could have just crossed it. But like, fuck's sake.
Everybody would have seen that.
I was like, and it only flies you because I got cheeky. I was like, my initial thing was like, that's what I was like, and then it was shooting my that's like even
that doesn't make me
the worst player in Sega would have never been
I want to say this now.
I don't know how much you see you'll be able to see a bit of it as one to the back. No, that's one that we didn't quite see. Look to the back side when
It's not like you're on a score.
I reckon we didn't look at I said like the boys were and I was generous and said like he's literally like
You could have got 60 grades.
probably that's cool. But I got
Do they still make those after that?
that's it. I took a dot and I was like, I didn't get looked at it. I was like, I can take the dots. I didn't even notice it.
I'm not human.
The only reason I do that is when I and
Hey guys, welcome to our prize giving tonight. It's good to see everybody here. It's a very short window that we've had from last weekend to next week when our 7 players and coach head over to Colombo to try and win some World Cup silverware or goldware, whatever it is. I think it's seen the trophies, they look pretty awesome. It was down at the provincials down in Wellington a few months ago. So yeah, we're pretty excited about that opportunity for our players, and no doubt Mike will speak to it. It's been a huge year for us here at Bay Indoor. Dougie came on board, and if you haven't seen the massive impact that Doug had, I sure did when I turned back up from Thailand and there was no wall over there where Young is. And nearly every part that could be carpeted in here was carpeted. I know there's some more aim to carpet a little bit more. It'll be one of the easiest places to be in acoustic-wise in a few months when Doug's finished. But other than that, it's been a pretty long season, and no doubt even the last couple of weeks has been tough to get teams on the park. And this week Mike's going to have a B grade final, and yeah, the C grade will carry on going right through social, hopefully as long as they want to carry on playing. But other than that, yeah, it's been a really successful season for our teams. With CD, we had prize giving a couple of weeks ago, and got a couple more names to go up there. 25 for the 22 men's, and also 25 for the 17 and unders. So that was a really cool effort by these guys here sitting in front of me. Amazing stuff. They really are the future of our club, and we're excited to see them. And you'll know that there's a few more names going up on that board soon, and they'll go up there as soon as the tournament's finished. So I'm going to leave it up to Mike, and yeah, he's going to present the trophies. But congratulations to everyone that had a won a trophy today. Mike's done an amazing job this year. The club decided that we needed to do things a bit different. It's getting bigger and bigger, and he was given the task of running it, and I think you'll know that behind the scenes he's done a wonderful job, and he's collated all the stats, and we were lucky enough this year. Last year we capped one person with 100 games, and we did it again this year, and it's pretty special to have stats for the last, and I'm thinking we'll probably go back to 2017-18, not back to when I first started playing in the 80s. But yeah, good luck to getting those stats, of course. You'll have to find some score sheets somewhere. Other than that, yeah, enjoy tonight, and we've got a few. Do you want me to do that first, or yeah, you want to do that? So one of the things that we did with the Finlay Men series in it, we just wanted to have some better games before we got into the nationals. So we tried to get the top 16 players together every week, and Mike said he did it once. 7 weeks, but the other players that stepped up we're very grateful, because it's something that needs to happen. It's hard to, I suppose, that B grade, you get a lot lesser talent in that one when you're having to play some of us old fellas and so on. But the last game of the competition was played on Thursday, and the trophy ended up being won by the team Finlay, which yeah, come on Scotty, come up here. No, he's not here either. No, Braden, you want to come up and collect this on behalf? And I have got some prize money.
New Zealand. And
we're going to give out some prize money to the players, and we're giving the prize money as in $5 per person. So, Horsey, can you read that out? No, some of them don't drink. So, yeah. So we're actually going to give you, and you can choose what you want to do with it. But if Braid, you're going to get $35. Liam played every single game. Come here, Liam. So you get $5 a game, ready? You can do whatever you like with it. Lady ladder, 7 games. Please, lads, 7 games. Harry Gill, 35.
Toby Finlay 15. Keep going. LJ 20. Played 4 games. Jacob Murdoch. There's a bit discrepancy because he played on the steps. 2, exactly. So it's only 10. 2 for the new team, 2 for the losing team. Bruno Moriarty, 2 months.
Thanks, guys. Team Finlay, if you don't any good.
Oh, Max, yeah, sorry, Maxi was a 2-game limit. Maxi made a big effort in the last game. Gentlemen, be tight on the bar, Maxi.
All the other shit
And the MVP of, and we did this on steps, goes to Liam McCarthy. Just pick out 20. MVP of the league. Just MVP of the main series. Just pick them out. Just pick them out.
I'll just get a team photo, guys.
Yeah.
Maxi, get in there. Where's Max? Get in there, Max. Too soon, bro. Too soon. Get in there, Max. Hurry up.
What about you, Josh? Get in there. You get in there? Just get in there.
Even Jacob trying to get up at the
Alright, listen up. Trying to get through this quickly because there's a few boys that need to get away. Shag's boys that have got a 50th to go to. So we'll get them out of the way nice and early. Just want to make a big thank you. Obviously we've done this a few times now, so to our sponsors, who's not here, who was meant to be here, Complete Flooring Group, everyone that knows Dougie, knows that he throws a massive amount of support behind this club. Not only as a centre owner but as a sponsor. So big round of applause for Dougie, please. Thank you. Strokers merchandise have come on board this year. Here's a contact that we picked up through Doug. He's also made our trophies, which are a little bit different, whether you like them or not. They're a quality product that he's discounted heavily for us as part of our sponsorship deal. He's got new kit. So the Turkeys got new kit coming next year for the Colts and the Shags. So, and probably the whole club in general, and he's a very good man to deal with. So Ben from Strokers is a fantastic person. We've got Karina from photography by Karina down the back. She does a great amount of work for our club. Most of it for free. This happens when you've got 3 sons playing. Pub charity, Trillion Trust, Line Foundation. Finn's not missed anyone else in terms of trust that help? Grassroots Trust. So without that funding, your fees would be triple. So have a think about that when you're paying for bugger all for your indoor. Every other club pays 3 times as much, sometimes 4. So when we have to chase fees, and I'm still chasing fees, that's the part that annoys me, because we subsidise it heavily to play for this club. So that's the moan out of the way. But without that funding, and Finns is massive at getting that stuff, so thank you Finns, it's fucking unbelievable what you do. A couple of things, one big thank you to the parents, especially the younger ones. The costs always come back to mum and dad. A lot of them play for CD, so they've already forked out for 2 tournaments. Super League all season, it's never ending, we're just always hitting the pocket. So I want to say a big thank you to the parents. If you know anyone else that's keen to sponsor, let us know, because it's a very expensive exercise running a club from this distance that travels to Wellington a numerous amounts of times this first season, as we know. It's a great thing for the team, but it's an expensive thing for the club. So if you do know anyone that's keen to get in behind us, give us a yell and we'll sort that out. Hawke's Bay Indoor, well, this is pretty special to this club. It's probably the reason we've set it all up, to be honest, Dave Finns, is that we're trying to keep this place alive and thriving for you guys. For you guys to be able to have a base, to have a home to build from, somewhere to train. Obviously, you know, we're proud of what we've achieved so far. I did envisage a different speech this week, if I'm honest. I did envisage another banner up on the wall and another team photo down the end, but that's the way cricket goes. So Shag's done well, they came 5th. Congratulations. Anyway. Don't spoil the thunder, but I guess what doesn't break us makes us stronger, and I expect a really good reply from that top team. A massive reply to a disappointing end and a tough season, to be honest. You know, we look at the team as the club as a whole. We managed to put 3 teams on the park this year, first time we've ever done that, and we're growing. So we've got the Shags on the park. When I mooted putting a reserves team together, I think people shot me down and said, "Oh, you want to get a team together?" And I'm like, "Oh, we'll get a team together." And the commitment from these young fellas has been outstanding, and it has to be, because it doesn't work without the commitment from not just you guys but your parents as well. So massive thank you guys, and I know a few of you off to university next year and doing other things, but once you play for us, mate, you don't play for anyone else. You always come back home to Roost Day. So yeah, massive thanks to the Pulps. They've been outstanding this season, so thank you. And to the Turkeys, yeah, like I've said, it's a bit raw, but I do know that as a whole, we should all be aspiring to be better. And I know a lot of these young fellas are aspiring to get into that group. Our social teams are great. They bring us a really good culture that balances out our club from, you know, trying to achieve way more, whether it's playing for New Zealand, whatever age group, to just having fun and enjoying your indoors as a group of mates. And there's a really good balance amongst the club now. So I'm very happy with where we're at. I think we used a total of 51 players across the 3 teams, which isn't too bad actually. About 17 players in and out of the teams, some going up and down to play for the Prems. And I think, you know, combined, we played 41 games in total and we won 32. So not a bad effort from the 3 teams involved. Just want to get on with it for the Shag. So I think Georgie wants to have a word. Georgie going to speak on behalf of the Shag. So I'll grab Georgie up as the team captain.
This season for this team coming through, we had quite a few changes at the start of the season. Actually, just starting it. It was really interesting. Great bunch of boys. They love getting on the team on Friday night. But then halfway through the season, we actually started taking it actually seriously, and these boys they actually started playing completely different cricket. Because when you come home at 3 o'clock on a Friday morning, and then you turn up at 10 o'clock and play lovely cricket. But when these guys turn up sober, completely different team, awesome to play with, great bunch of boys. I know these guys love this club, and it's awesome to be able to play with these guys as an older boy and be able to help a lot of these fellas come through. The likes of Max and even Jacob, who's done exceptional this year. It's been absolutely awesome to play with. One of the biggest reasons that I started to come back and play this year is because my little men and Margie's boy coming through as 13, 14-year-olds coming through the grades, and to be able to those boys, they are the biggest talk down in the Tony Opens. But it was awesome to have these guys coming through, so it's really lovely to play with you guys. I've played with 90%, probably 99% of you fellas, and it's awesome to see you guys going through what you guys do. The Nationals, Pulse doing what you guys doing. I mean, awesome. Keep going. It's do not stop because you guys are awesome to watch. Love playing against you, hate playing against you at the same time. Turkey's unlucky on what you guys did for the season. Yes, you guys are probably the best team in the comp, but I mean, there's a reason why we've got those boards up there. Do not stop doing what you guys are doing. You guys are awesome. You guys are inspiring the likes of Pulse, the likes of Coop, the young fellas coming through. There's a reason why we've got names up there, because you guys are doing what you guys are doing. It's absolutely awesome to watch. Fitness and Horsey, congratulations, you guys are building something that is absolutely outstanding. No one can actually, every time I'm down in my grade, everyone is talking about the centre. How good this place looks, how everyone's inspiring, that this love coming, they love the walls, they love everything you guys are doing. It's really appreciated that I can get told that, and as mates of you two, to be able to give you feedback on that. So congratulations on you two, and Dougie obviously is not here, big part of the club. So thank you guys for everything you guys are doing, and so cool guys. Keep going what you guys are doing. I know a lot of you young fellas are going to disappear to uni, but you're inspiring the likes of Coop and all these other fellas coming through. So don't stop, alright?
I'll do the trophies for George's team. Pretty similar to what I said, George. I think this team that we've created here, huge thanks to Move for putting it all together and being the driving force behind it, the organiser, the communicator. I made a comment after a slow start. The Shags ended up winning Division 2 in a canter really. No doubt this team could win the Opens grade if they just adjusted their social calendar to Saturday night, not a Friday. It's really that simple. Never happened. So 2 players on this team playing every single game. Jacob and Max, stand up. Congratulations. And Georgie was next with 12 games for someone who lives in the middle of nowhere. Live in. It's not a bad effort. Sorry. We also managed to blood some of our young fellas. Cooper played 8 games, Lucas played 5, and Cameron played a couple too. So we've got some good young talent coming through. The key to this team for me is culture. It's not drinking, it's culture. Friendships are made on the court and off the court, and you guys have got something pretty cool. So just do one thing. Aspire to be a little bit better. I think you can go even up to the next grade if you believe in yourselves a little bit more. And stay off the piss on Friday. That's the key to that. So on to the trophies. The Open's best better. After consideration, I'm going to re-award this. Scored 182 runs in 12 games. 12 games at an average of 15.7 goes to George Dye. The Open's reserve best bowler. Funny enough, I saw this kid he was then. He's a man now. Play for Hastings Boys High School, and he opened the bat. Didn't bowl a cricket ball. For 3 or 4 years I saw him play. But he bowls a heavy ball actually. Yep, it's a George Ortiz, the keeper. Yep, and I think he's hit the gym a bit. He's a bit of a gym junkie, which is good. Strengthened up, 20 wickets, 5 runs, and that goes to Jacob Hurdock. Should have bowled a lot earlier. Best fielder for the Opens. Unfortunately, the reason these boys are going quickly is that they've got a 50th to go to, and it's Tony's. What worries me is that the best fielder on the team was a 50-year-old, but he's also a good fielder. So this award goes to Tony Sheriff. Rito coming here. The Opens players. So obviously this is voted on by his peers. Listen up, hell of a guy this. Hell of a character. loves the gym, loves his, what is it? JDs? Loves his JDs, which is full of sugar, which is bizarre, but anyway. Every time I ask Max to fill in, he's the first one, he's a reprise and say, yep, I'll fill in. He's one of those guys that he's waiting outside the door. He loves it. He loves the game, and he's a hell of a good bloke. So the players player, Max Healy.
We could put a beard upstairs for
Max?
On
to the last award for this team, the MVP. So this again is a bit based on stats, performance, all-round attitude towards everything really. Training, playing, his teammates, nothing anyone can deny. 14 games on the park. I've seen him off the park and he's a hell of a good bloke. 14 games, 172 runs and 20 wickets. For 82 runs goes to Jacob Murdoch. What an all-rounder, mate. What an all-rounder. Thanks, Georgie. Good to see you, bro. Jimmy, are you around somewhere? Good to see you somewhere. Where are you hiding? Here, aren't you? On to the Shags. I mean, the Bolts, sorry, my bad. On to the Bolts. Do you want to...
Pulse, we started off and we only had 6 players and we went down to Wellington to play 3 games and borrow a couple from Wiss. Was pretty unsure how that was going to go, and then, but once the boys got onto the court, they stepped up. We won 2 out of 3 for that day, and the players that we borrowed were definitely Wellington's players. They weren't reserves players. So it sort of showed that the spark was there and that we were ready to go. Also, they said before, things that these guys played 17s, 22s, it all went through. So they were training 2-3 times a week for different teams. They all stuck together, they all did really well. The ones we had to fill in just jumped in, everyone was welcoming. I think between me and Paul, we talk about half each through the season for games and stuff, depending on timing and calendars and things. But it didn't bother the boys, they just ran with it, and on court they just performed. To be honest, the only thing that was disappointing to me was we didn't win the final by over 139. It was about the only thing that I got a bit disappointed at. So, really stuck to it. Only dropped that 1 game the whole season, so it sort of shows where they're at. And all the boys have said already that just willing to step up, fill in for those extra teams, fill in other games, just come down and be involved anytime. Really good. I've got no doubt that these boys are going to go get the Turkey shirts, more CD, hopefully push higher, more New Zealand dollars, all sorts. So I think when we stick with it, the better these boys will be, alright. Good luck to those that are going away. Like this already, I'm sure you're welcome back anytime when you come back and play.
Yeah, I'll just say a couple of things for this group. Sorry, before you start. So this group played 14 games, won 13, lost the one that Jimmy mentioned. Just to go back to that day, that very first game of the season, when we took 6 away, I made a phone call to a good mate at Wiss and said, bro, I need some players. So it gives me Ozzy Nicholson. Ozzy, everyone knows Oz? Oh, what a legend! And I'm like, you stitched me up, yeah, buddy. He goes, anyway, to win 2 out of 3 that day, I was astounded. And I think at the same time we had some serious injuries come in to the Turkeys after King's birthday, so we lost some key players that day. We lost some key players on the morning of that game, so we were hosting here, the young fellas drove away, and to get 2 wins that day, mate, was unbelievable.
You got Luke's injury here, jumping in the forefront.
There's another one. One player played every game for the Pulse, and another one played all but one. Luke Paulson and LJ, great commitment from you two for the whole season. Others decided rugby was more important than other things, which we won't go into, but that's all right, we can't have it. We blooded plenty of youngsters in this group. I think 11 of this squad of 17 played national tournaments for either 22s or 17s. So, in all honesty, the Super League title was a mere formality for this group and would have been a massive failure if we hadn't won. So, this also showed that they've got a bit of a ruthlessness to their game that I know will hold them in pretty good stead moving forward. So, thank you guys. Massive appreciation. On to our winners. The Premier Reserve best batter, 205 runs at an average of 22. I think he played 9 games. Strike rate of 205, Harry Beale. You must have a different computer to me. On to our bowler. Who would have thought an opening batter could be your best bowler? But apparently it happens. So this guy got 20 wickets. It cost us 71 runs. Had an outstanding season and bowled some key overs. And that goes to LJ. I'll get out of the way, please. On to the fielding.
Tough choice this one, actually.
Yeah, tough this one.
It's not easy to do.
Our keeper's been pretty outstanding. Jimmy, who's not here tonight, but has cleaned up 2 awards in the fielding. But Jimmy decided that this young fella at leg side has got some seriously good skills, and he showed it at times. And that goes to Luke Paulson. To our player, so this is obviously voted by his teammates. Clearly they rate him as a bloke.
Collins.
They rate him as a good teammate on and off the field. I've only met this kid a year ago, less than a year actually, and I've been very impressed with his attitude. He just loves the game, and that's all you can ask. Fall in love with it, and the rest of it becomes pretty easy. And that goes to LJ. On to the last award, MVP. 19 wickets for 59 runs, 205 runs, at an average of 22. Good team to be in this one, and lots of high achievers, but this guy came out on top, and we can get his attitude sorted. Which is a far better, because I love Harry. He's got a great attitude. I can see him doing good things for our club and further. So our MVP for this team, Harry Beale.
Can we just have one little thing that I just wanted to start where Finn noticed there was a spot to appoint someone, and Paulsy stepped up into it, and he's done a really good job right all the way through. Give him a big hand for those lads, please.
Go to get through these quickly because I know the Warriors are starting in about 20 minutes, so we're good to go. I'll go to the Prems, to the Turkeys. Tony, you want to come up? Say a few words.
Right, just quickly. Obviously, yeah, a tough year to come away with. No, and is less than ideal. We played 24 games and won 18, and we lost obviously 6. 4 of them were against Hart and 2 against Rocket, and 3 of them were in the finals or eliminations. So, yeah, there's obviously a big work on point there. Is getting through those big games. But I suppose the silver lining is it's exciting with the youth like the Pulse and Chiefs are obviously gone, but you guys coming through, consistently playing A grade, pushing us, it's pretty cool for the club. Just keep going boys because you guys are obviously dominating what you're doing, so it's bloody awesome to hear. Big thanks to Braden stepping in to sort of coach this year. As well as Horsey, Finns, P-Mac, Dougie and Dad, just around obviously the centre, everything that gets done. It was pretty cool behind the scenes. Obviously the committee with the likes of Jimmy, the live stream, you can easily take it for granted, but what Jimmy does and keeps doing behind the scenes is pretty phenomenal. So thank you. Obviously partners and supporters, without them we wouldn't be able to do what we do. And parents, I suppose, as well for you young fellas. Yeah, obviously, yeah, tough, it's real tough, but yeah, I don't know. We'll come back stronger.
Don't fucking win a World Cup.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we got 7 players going to a World Cup, which is fucking cool. You know, plus two coaching staff. It's real exciting. So that's still a lot to play for in this next 3 weeks, and yeah, we go again anyway.
So breaking it down, the Turkeys used 18 players all season. 3 of those players played over 20 games of the 24. So Liam with 22 games, the most committed or available. Lats with 21, where's Lats? Huge. And then Toddy with 20 games, showed fantastic commitment. A few other key injuries, we had some big injuries and pretty poor times really, and a couple of overseas trips limiting some appearances of our key players. So massive commitment from most of the guys. I know how committed you guys are, so that's never a question. And if I'm honest, it's probably the worst year we've had for injuries and illness, if I can say that. That sort of came back to haunt us in the end, but fantastic effort from everyone involved, so thank you very much. On to the awards, Premier Batter. Now this was really close. So we had 2 outstanding performers. Toddy with 341 runs at 17, strike rate of 145, got out 5 times in the whole season. Didn't mean he didn't run his partner out, but I don't look at that stat. I'm just saying he got out 5 times personally, so that's a pretty good effort in anyone's book. But he got pipped by Liam McCarthy, who scored 325 runs at 15.48. So very close. Sorry.
Come back, bro. We vote for.
Sorry, yeah, that's right. Went to a different system. We'll vote by peers. 2 very good, outstanding, head and shoulders above the rest in terms of batting. No one else was close to 300 runs, so fantastic effort. On to our best bowler. This one was pretty unanimous. I think 60 or 70% of the votes versus the rest going to the rest of the team. 16 wickets, only played 12 games in the whole season, thanks to a groin injury. King's birthday, which was actually a bit of a nasty one, to be fair. I was very worried about that when it went down. 16 wickets for 58 runs. That goes to Braden Gardner. Best fielder, this one was quite tough actually, personally, to vote on, and I think a few guys struggled with this one because we had sort of swings and roundabouts and patches of good and bad, and as a unit I think we can all be pretty honest and say we didn't field anywhere near our potential, and if we're looking and being honest, that's what cost us in the end, is our ability to get outs at crucial times and take crucial outs. That's probably the key part, that 2 games. We saw in the final that one particular player did that and can turn a game. If one player can do that, they can turn a game almost single-handedly. So this young fella started the season unbelievable. He was on fire back in May, had a big injury, took him out of the game for about 6 weeks, and he came back the rebuild slowly, but I can see after the last couple of weekends that he's on the right track to probably playing really well in Sri Lanka. So our best fielder goes to Josh Young. Players player. Voted by his peers for his all-round effort, I guess on and off the court. Well respected by his teammates, well respected by management actually, and a good lad all up. And I wish him all the best. And that goes to Braden Gardner. MVP, again, 22 games, he gives it away, 325 runs and 25 wickets, 180 runs, okay. Massive positive contribution, and had an outstanding season, and I hope, and I'm looking forward to watching him go well overseas after making the men's team. Hell of a season. Liam McCarthy. Thank you guys, that's awesome. On to the club stuff, so Finns, I'll get you back up. I know you love talking. Never. He loves it. Loves the yak chat. So we've got some club awards to give away this year. So we've added a few extras. We've got some awards we dished out for the first time last year, and a special award to finish with. So just hang in there, guys. You need to go, and you need to go to the bar, grab a drink. First award is our most promising young player. This is sponsored by Bay Indoor Sports, funnily enough. And for the first time, we've actually got a trophy. Normally, it's an individual trophy, but we've decided on a team trophy, club trophy for this. Really tough one, this, because there's some fantastic young talent coming through our club at the moment. This young fella probably had a slow start to the year, got thrown into a new role at King's birthday, went away to 22s for CD, probably set himself too high expectations and struggled a wee bit, until it got to the final where he manned up and got man of the match. Showed the potential that he has as a player when he just frees his mind and plays the game rather than worrying about the outside stuff. Dominated 17s with the bat at moments, and can be a good team man. That's probably the best way to describe him. He had some tough, stiff opposition around him with some excellent young talent on this little table here, just by the way. But the most promising club award player goes to Luke McNally. Finn's just said, leave your bugs behind. Don't sleep too close to Dion. Jesus. We're sharing the room, by the way. We're sharing the bed. I'm sharing the room.
Rowan got it too.
Yeah. What's she doing?
I'm just asking.
Can't be Dion. So our next we do one for one, eh? You put your glasses on, Finns.
Most improved player. Complete the flooring group, and Dougie's probably got into his pocket a little bit more again to sponsor this one. Amazing year we've had with Doug. Often, if you get him when he's had a couple of beers, he'll shout even more trophies or something like that. So we're missing him tonight. But this award here goes to the most improved club player, and he wasn't in any of the teams, I don't reckon, at the start of the year. Definitely wasn't in the Super 16. Was probably struggling to make he didn't make the 22s, but later on he definitely could have been in that team. And I reckon he's got a really good future. He is the best Orson. Can I come up here, please, Luke Orson? Yeah, Toro Brown Memorial Cup. T. Brown was one of the legends of ICA. He owned that with Chris Morgan in the 90s, and we lost him last year. So we wanted to make a trophy after him, and it's the best club supporter. And yeah, T was always there, went away with us to every single tournament we went to, and always cooked us the feeds. We don't have the, I suppose, the backing that we used to, but he would cook us butter chicken and apricot chicken, and we never got sick, eh? It was we were quite lucky on that. But this person's been supporting forever and ever, and she is always watching every single game and her son might not even be playing for the club. So Liam, can you come up and grab the cup for Cheryl, on behalf of Sherilyn, for the best supporter of our... I'm going to do this one as well because it's the Chris Morgan Memorial Cup, and it's the contribution to the centre. So outside of, I suppose, anything that the club might do, and this year, yeah, we've been lucky enough. We've got this guy to do all of our draws for netball, draws for cricket. He was massive this year down in Christchurch and got so much publicity for us, and he kept on coming back and says, we've got more insights, we've got more, and he goes, we've got 10,000 views on this one, 10,000 views, and Karina was sending him photos, and it made a massive difference to the following that we get, and we're probably, I think WIS have got around about 200 or 300 followers, and they've got a really big club. We've got over 1,000, and that's still not huge as in where it goes, but for indoor cricket it is, and we had, I think, 10,000 views on different bits and pieces, and the final, when we beat St Luke's, we got, I think, 12,000 views on that one. So it is a real big difference what Devon's doing to our centre and also the club. So Devon's not here, he's probably got a commitment with his young one, and he can't make it when he has the young one. He has that, so yeah. Whenever you guys do see Dev, give him a bit of a pat on the back because he is really helping what we're doing here at Bay North Centre. So, yeah, Devon Mason's our contribution to the centre.
Right. Next one is the Mike Lawson Cup, the contribution to the junior club. Very happy to see the recipient of this. I've talked him into coaching our junior club for the last 2 years, and that's a big commitment. It's a big commitment. He gives up his time and off work for no pay. Not only that, he runs trainings when he turns up. He's committed to the tournament. He's committed to the team. He's done it for 2 years, and we've given him the youngest team. I won't say the worst team. I'll rephrase it. The youngest team, which is the hardest, the newest team, and the hardest team to work with, because they are new and they've never been away and they're challenging, as it says. So the contribution to the junior club goes to Samuel Paulson. The feedback I've had from the parents with Samuel is the kids love his coaching style, so that's fantastic to hear. That's all we want to hear. Yeah. Right, on to the club player of the year. It's probably pretty obvious for some of us who've seen what's happened tonight. The Mortgage Partners Club of the Year, Club Player of the Year. Had a fantastic season for the Turkeys. Made the New Zealand men's team. And I expect them to go very well in Sri Lanka as well. We hope to have them around next season. Hope, fingers crossed, as we make our comeback. So our Club Player of the Year after a fantastic season, Liam McCarthy.
Yeah, I'll do Scott Finlay Cup for the club personality of the year. And again, this he'll do anything really for our club and our centre. And it's on our committee. It's also on the Central District's Indoor Cricket Club committee, which we've now separated from Hawke's Bay Indoor Cricket Club. And it means that we can get funding from two different organisations. If you don't know why we did it, there is a reason behind doing it. But yeah. Live streaming is a huge thing, and when we bought the centre, we wanted to have a good product that we could live stream around the world. The weekend that we had the turkeys here, or the New Zealand players here, and our fundraiser got stepped up a little bit more, and we had replays. And on Friday night, the replays didn't work as well as they could have because of a little glitch, but then Jimmy worked out how to do it, and then the following day we had a different, working perfectly. So he does a lot of work behind the scenes. He will always help wherever we need him. He'll be the last one to leave. The chairs need moving off the court. He does not like missing out his games if he doesn't get a chance to play. He was even here, he shouldn't have been here a couple of times on that weekend, but he brought his kids along and they were upstairs, and I suppose that's a really cool thing that we can have as part of our centre, is that it is our home that people can come to. But Jimmy, we've been lucky that you've come north, from Palmy North, and I hope that you think that this is your home now, and piss it way back then. But you do a lot of work for New Zealand Indoor, and you do a lot of work for Hawke's Bay Indoor Cricket Club and Bay Indoor Sports and CD. You are our club personality of the year. We're going to invite Toddy up here, and he will just present this award. He may say some words, but he said some just before the game, and so did others when this guy managed to get to his 100th game. 100's an incredible effort by anybody to achieve it, and Todd's our only player that's managed to get there. There'll be others, hopefully in the short term, not too long away. But yes, Samuel is the rock of our club, and we've already seen that you've been given the Junior Club Award today and contribution to that, and it's really cool that you've put your hand up there, because I've seen you coach a couple of years ago when you took the team with Moo at cricket camp, and you made a massive difference to a lot of people that tournament, and I know Lats was